Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of Soul Patterning Harmonics. Well, January is here. 2025 has been quite a year already, and it's just starting. Very exciting year ahead of us, and lots of change going to be coming. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and of course, we'll talk more about that as the year progresses. For today, we want to focus on our light bodies and changes that are coming. And we know that there are going to be plenty. So before I really get into it, I first want to say thank you to everybody who watches and shares the videos. I've been meeting some absolutely wonderful people who have these videos show up on their feed. So the more that we share and the more that we comment, like, ring the bell, all that good stuff, it just means that other people can find the messages, and that's really important. Also want to remind everybody that there's still time to sign up for my soul patterning workshop on February 9th. That's Saturday. And the next light body activation will take place on March 29th. I'll have everything down below in the comments. All right. And by the way, we had a great light body activation a couple weeks ago. Just phenomenal. So if you haven't joined, you don't need to go to the first one in order to come to the next one. This is the second of 4 that I will be doing this year. All right, so let's get into it. So we want to focus on, and we're going to talk about this a lot this year, that is light body expansion. Expanding our light bodies, increasing our frequencies, and lifting our spirits to expand our light bodies. Our light bodies are the vehicles that are going to carry us through the ascension process and into the future and 5D. So as we are jumping timelines, which I know you can feel that we are jumping timelines, because my goodness, we are. As we are jumping timelines, moving through the future, creating the world that we wish to see, we know that we're at the beginning of change. And at the very beginning, we've got to build up steam in order for that change and that shift to take place. Now, preparing for change is something that my guys talked about this morning. And preparing for change, when we hear the word prepping, we always go to prepping for disasters, prepping for something terrible that could happen. And they said that they want us to shift our perception of prepping to prepping for wonderful things to happen, for a fantastic future. Prep to realize all of the things that you desire and have been working towards. I was reminded that there are people who will complain about things. They want them to change. They're not happy. They want things to be different. And then when it does, they complain that things are changing. They're unhappy that things are different, that they are not the same, and that they are changing. Change can be very difficult for a lot of us, and we understand that. But change is something that we have all committed to. Everyone watching this video has committed to changing themselves and our world, and we need to prepare for that. So how do we do that? Well, the first thing that we do is embrace the idea of change. My favorite mantra for myself is I am ready, willing, and able to change. I embrace change. Change means that we are moving along, that we are on the right path. If nothing changed, life would be very stagnant, it would be very boring, and truthfully, it would start to degenerate and disintegrate, because nothing stays in one place forever, and we know this. So we want to look at the good things that will come for change. Now, how do we do that? Well, here's how. If you want to change your job, you have to be ready to go have that interview. You cannot wait until the day that you get the interview to start preparing for it. If you want to move, you have to go through your home and remove the things that you are not going to be taking with you. and visualize the things that you want to bring into the future. You know, when I moved out to the west, to New Mexico from the East Coast, I had a lot of things in my home that really matched the decor of that environment. When I came out here, they didn't work anymore. And I wish that I had released them before I paid to move them across country. And so this is something that we need to do to prepare for change. If you want to have new relationship or a better relationship, what are you doing to prepare for a better relationship, for new relationship, or for change? We have to make those changes within ourselves emotionally, and then we have to prepare so that when the new person shows up or the new circumstance shows up, we are ready. Okay? And this goes for great change in the world as well. We say we want change, but as soon as change starts to happen, we want our institutions to change. As soon as they do, we're all worried and afraid, and we don't want it to change that much. I can't tell you how many people I have worked with who said to me, well, I didn't mean today. I didn't mean I wanted it to change right now. What they meant was they're not ready, they're not comfortable, and change happened too quickly for them. Well, we make decisions to change within ourselves. Sometimes our higher self makes that decision. Sometimes the decision is made based on a task or a mission that we came in with. Sometimes we make change very consciously. I prefer to direct change and make it consciously than have it happen to me. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened to me at times either, because it absolutely has. How do we react to change? How do we prepare for change? Well, here's where we're going to start talking about moving in new directions and being prepared. And when I say being prepared, the first thing I want us to do, and the first thing that I heard from my higher was, don't be afraid to be optimistic. Don't be afraid to perceive change as something positive and wonderful. Don't be afraid. I thought that was good advice, because while we all say we want change, it will bring up fear. And those fears need to be addressed so that we can embrace it when it comes. Okay. That takes me over to light body. One of the best ways that we can prepare for change is to fortify, increase, and expand our light bodies. And this is something that we can all do. And I hope that we will start working on that more in the coming year. How do you increase your light body? Oh, we've talked about this so many times. Declare that you are light. Bring light into yourself and your environment. Have a spiritual practice that can evolve and change as you evolve and change. Associate yourself with other people who are in the light. And I just heard, remember, light bearer, you are not alone. Invoke the light. Bring it into your body and feel it expand, because it will at your command. Move into your heart space. Remember, love is an expansive energy. January moving into February, March, and as we head into April is a time for expanded consciousness, expanded ideas, expanded movement. We are at the beginning. We are not at the middle or the end. We are at the beginning of expansion. And so we want to anchor that expansion within us and be firm in our desire and commitment to have it. Commitment means we must prepare. And we do that by expanding our heart, by stepping into love and maintaining love for ourselves and others, and expanding light body, expanding consciousness, expanding frequency. Expansion and light body along with an open heart, are going to be very, very, very important this year. You're going to hear me talk about light body all year long because that's what I'm hearing. This is the year to focus on the light body. This is the vehicle within us that is going to carry us into the future. And it's going to carry us along that timeline that we have been working on and can't wait to see created in our everyday reality. We've got this. And I know that we can do this. So everything that I'm going to be doing this year, all the classes that I'm going to be working on are going to be about light body expansion, preparing for the changes that are going to manifest this year. This is the year that it starts, and we want to be ready. We want to be prepared. So instead of prepping for disaster, instead of prepping for horror, instead of anticipating and creating every possible thing that could go wrong, let's prep and prepare for positive, fantastic, amazing, and glorious changes ahead, because they are there and we're going to have it. So there you go. That's the message for this week. I hope to see you all either at the Consciousness Cafe or in the Soul Patterning course, or maybe the updated or upcoming Light Body Activation. As always, you can reach out for a private consultation. Post comments below. If there's something you want us to look at or something that you have a question about, I'm always happy to ask and to get some information for you. But in the meantime, I wish you an absolutely wonderful end of January. Start really moving into the new year, and many, many blessings to each and every one of you.